In the previous topic, we got a thorough understanding of how our screens use pixels to display the content we see. However, simply having a high-resolution display does not necessarily mean our content will be high-resolution as well. Let me explain. Playing a low-resolution video on a high-resolution display will simply stretch the pixels to occupy the larger physical space available. You simply cannot add details that are not there. Thus, we need to ensure our content is generated with some standards to begin with, so that our content and devices are in harmony. Let's look at the anatomy of a video. A video is essentially audio-visual multimedia content that is based on a timeline. Just like old-school analog cameras used film strips, digital videos are built with similar concept. Every second of a video played comprises of various pictures that change over time, leading to the illusion of motion, where in reality, it is simply displaying a slideshow of pictures at a very high speed. Each one of these pictures is called a frame. The rate of change of frames per second is referred to as the frame rate. We can think of this concept in a similar manner to speed. Speed is equal to the distance traveled divided by the time taken. Similarly, the frame rate is equal to the total number of frames in a video divided by the duration of the video. If you have a 2-second video with 50 frames, the equation would go frames per second is equal to 50 divided by 2, which means the frames per second is 25. This means there are 25 changing pictures per second. The higher the number, the smoother the motion. Of course, that comes at the cost of higher file size and limitations of computing power. So again, we should stick to standards. 25 or 30 frames per second are acceptable for our purposes, and we encourage faculty to use either when given the option. So let's now quantify and summarize the elements that make up a video. The resolution, which is the width and height of the video in pixels. The total number of frames, which is the number of individual images over the course of the video. The duration, which is how long the video lasts, usually measured in hours, minutes, seconds, and even in some cases milliseconds. And the frame rate, which is the rate of change of frames per second. Combine all this with audio and you have yourself a video.